Hey everybody, Jeremy LaRochelle here, and I wanted to make a video for you this week because March 1st is a very special anniversary for me. It's my 5-year anniversary with Mike Moloney Entertainment. So I figured I'd throw together a video so I can show you guys how epic my beard is coming in, and so I can also share 5 takeaways from my 5 years working in the entertainment industry as a booking agent and entertainment manager. So, right off the bat, I want to share a fun one for you. Contrary to what anyone might tell you, having that backstage pass is pretty damn cool. I'm not going to be humble about it one bit. There is just something awesome about throwing this puppy around your neck and being able to walk into a venue. So I figured I'd start out of the gate with something really positive. I'm going to tell you right now, having that all-access pass is very positive. Number 2, we're going to get in a little bit more seriousness. Music. Music in particular is built on emotion, but managing it is not. So performers, songwriters, singers, they make a living by attaching their emotions with that of the audience around them. As such, they're very emotional people because that's how they create their product. When you're behind the curtain and you're managing entertainment, it's a completely different story. You have to separate the idea of emotion from your decision making because, well, we're already in a very emotionally charged environment, but you're going to have to make some tough choices along the way. You are going to have to let artists go who are past their prime. You are going to have to tell artists that what they are doing is not connecting with the audiences and they need to up their game. You are going to have some very difficult conversations along the way with people who make their living off of their emotions. So as a manager, you really have to keep your emotional input in check, and you have to really rely a lot on facts and figures. Which brings me to point number 3. So selling entertainment. When you're working with clients to either sell them on an idea or book a show, or in my case, I manage a lot of lounge entertainment where I have to bring on new artists and sell those artists to my clients. We have to remember that entertainment, music in particular, is very qualitative in nature. And what I mean by that is we are all attached to a particular band or musical style for various reasons. It could be a song that got you through a tough time. It could have been that first dance at your wedding. It all has an emotional attachment to you. So we naturally think that because I like this music, because I like this artist, it's going to work well. And that's simply not the case. When you become a booking agent, we always joke around and say, I don't book what I like. I book what my client needs and what works for the venue. So what I say all the time is you really have to start looking at things from a quantitative standpoint as opposed to a qualitative standpoint. You really need to start looking at facts and figures because you're going to have to come up with unbiased data to be able to sell to people who are, attached to a particular idea in their head. You might come to your client and say, hey man, I'm telling you, it's all about cumbia and Latin bands for this room, and this client might be a huge fan of the blues and not realize, that this particular room is, a demographic of 90% Hispanic, and cumbia and Tejano is what they're looking for. So you have to be able to sell them on the quantitative, show them the facts and figures. It's okay to be qualitative and be attached, but in what we do, metrics are what help us fill venues. So that's number 3. Number 4. So you always want to be booking what's in play at the moment, but you can't live in the moment when you're a booking agent or an entertainment manager. And what I mean by that is take the current state. Currently, EDM is extremely popular. We're seeing it in a lot of the casinos. Cruise ships are picking it up, a lot of clubs and what have you. And that's living in the moment. That's booking that is right. You want to book what's right in the moment. However, you can't rest on your laurels and only be invested in EDM. As a booking agent, you need to be looking into the future. What's coming down the pipe? what's gaining steam? Hip hop. Hip hop is starting to gain steam right now. Latin music is starting to gain steam right now. So you always want to be looking into the future so you're ready. You're at least 6 months, a year out of what the next wave is going to happen. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep you relevant in the game, and it's going to keep you informed and ahead of the curve, so to speak. So just remember, book what's in play, but live in the future. And finally, this one is just for all you young people out there, all you people in school who are learning techniques and skills and how to manage and do this stuff. I'm going to leave you with some advice that was given to me from someone who's worked in this industry for years. He started out as an audio engineer, worked his way all the way up to an entertainment manager, and he had said something to me that makes a lot of sense, and I want to share it with you. If you do not live in this world, if you do not bleed entertainment, you're not going to survive. I have been around for 5 years in the booking capacity. Before that, I was, a musician. I have seen so many people come and go. And I think a lot of them disappear because they do not understand just how complex, time-consuming, and chaotic this entire industry is from top to bottom. We're living in a world where we are constantly trying to stay ahead of the curve. We're living in a world where chaos is what we do. There's multiple moving pieces, multiple entities involved in any production, from a lounge into a stadium. And when that happens, you're constantly on the horn, you're constantly on your email, you're constantly texting, literally 24 hours a day. I know personally in my business, I get up every morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm writing contracts all day, answering emails with my clients. As I approach nighttime, I start getting my texts and phone calls from the artists who are waking up and starting to enter into their day later into the night, and it's literally 7 days a week. I have yet to be on a vacation where I'm not answering my phone. I have been to family funerals. I have been to weddings. I have been in so many situations where business calls and I answer the phone. And that's because I live in this world. Now, a lot of people, might have this altruistic view of, what it's like to be an employee and to have a job, and you should separate yourself and you need to find breathing room. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to survive in this industry if you believe that. Everybody that I work with, everybody who's the top dogs in the food chain around here, they live this, they breathe this, and they eat this up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you're planning on getting into what I do, booking entertainment, managing entertainment, you better be ready to sacrifice a lot of your personal time, and you better have it in your heart to do this for a living. So those are my 5 takeaways. I'm looking forward to what I'm going to pick up in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 15 years. I'm going to make sure I keep on wearing my badge because, well, it makes me feel cool. And I hope that is a little bit of insight for you. Rock on.